Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at Noon, working for you.
As the rain continues, the College Lake Dam in Lynchburg is under increasing strain, ramping up fears of a potential failure that could have devastating impacts. Dozens have been evacuated from their homes as officials continue to monitor the weather and the dam, monitoring everything from road conditions to the very latest on the dam. We're bringing you live team coverage from across the Lynchburg area. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Jessica Jewell. A community bracing for the worst as a flash flood warning in Lynchburg is extended until 6 o'clock tonight. This is brand new drone video of the College Lake Dam, which is at capacity. The National Weather Service says if the dam completely fails, 17 feet of water can flow into the Hill City in just 7 minutes. Officials say the James River, Blackwater Creek, Williams Run, and Ivy Creek are the areas of most concern. Anyone in a low-lying area below the dam is urged to move to higher ground immediately. If you're concerned, you can go to WSLS.com/dam flooding to learn more. City leaders have given us an interactive map where you can put in your address to see if you're in a potential flooding area should the dam fail. Areas around Langhorne look to be of biggest concern. The University of Lynchburg sent out this tweet warning people who are taking to the roads. The city is asking people to avoid the lower part of College Drive. However, the upper part of College Drive, as well as the campus entrance behind Snidow Chapel, can be accessed from Vernon Street. 10 News is working for you to bring you the latest information you need to know as crews work to get things under control. We have live team coverage monitoring conditions across the region. But first, let's check in with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Jonathan Kegas. Jonathan, we've already seen a lot of flash flooding. What can we expect today?
Yeah, unfortunately, the opportunity for more flash flooding is going to be with us. A flash flood warning for the city of Lynchburg has been extended until 6 o'clock for fears of that dam failure, plus the opportunity for, again, more heavy rain. Right now, we are dry, just a few stray showers in and around Lynchburg. We do have some steadier rain now moving into the New River Valley, also looking for the flooding potential in spots in the New River Valley. It's been raining steadily since about 4 or 5 o'clock this morning. Flash flood watch for everyone, so we're not just concerned about the areas that received the heavy rain last night. Everyone, as we were likely going to see more of those heavier thunderstorms pop up throughout the course of the afternoon and evening. And again, some of those going to contain very, very heavy rain. All part of a system. You see that steady rain here through the Appalachian Mountains into the New River Valley. Right now, the steadiest rain east of here other than the New River Valley. Look at this, though. This is what we are concerned about. This area that's just cloudy now, those green blips indicating that we may have some development of some thunderstorms. If those develop and move through, that could lead to some big time problems and very, very quick flash flooding. We're going to keep a close eye on this and have more on this flood threat, Jessica, coming up in about 10 minutes.
Lynchburg crews are out working as we speak, trying to work on the College Lake Dam. 10 News reporter Magdala Lusant is live there as they continue their work. Magdala, what are you seeing?
Well, Jessica, there were crews here. They left a little bit ago. They have the media standing quite a ways away from the bridge. I'll step out of the way now so you can take a look of what's going on, and I'll even zoom in for you to show you what you can see down there. Now, I do want to say that the city leaders have said that there is some damage to the dam. They also say that they're trying to figure out the extent of the damage. Here's what we know about the bridge. It was built in 1934 by VDOT. The city manages and inspects the bridge. The Water Resources Department specifically does the inspections and emergency action plan. That means once a week they do a drive-by inspection, make sure there are no obvious issues with the dam and bridge. An engineer will follow with an in-depth assessment, look for erosion or cracks. The last time was last week. At that time, they saw no signs of concern. They do say the structure is fine, but has capacity issues. Sediment in the lake has been a problem for years. Right now, their primary focus is to analyze the dam to figure out whether to keep it in place or make it larger or replace it entirely. This dam has caused an impact to 120 homes. There are people who live in the low-lying area of Blackwater Creek to the James River. This is why it's considered a high hazard category right now. The city says they have never had a situation like this before since its installment in 1934. But action in the future is the forefront of the city's mind right now.
Definitely all hands on deck to try to address this issue and make sure that we, A, don't have a breach of the dam and that it doesn't actually break, and then B, what do we do to make sure that we can keep it as safe as possible for everybody in the area. So that will expedite a lot of these discussions we've been having over the last couple years, and we'll be having to move forward with something in the next couple of days.
City leaders want to remind people to stay out of the water, especially in the Blackwater Creek area. There is a lot of debris there, and they don't know the bacterial levels. They say if you do notice anything unusual, to call them at 434-455-4350. Again, that number is 434-455-4350. For now, live in Lynchburg, Magdala Lusant, 10 News, working for you.
The American Red Cross is stepping in to help those impacted by the flooding. The organization has created a shelter at EC Glass High School in Lynchburg. 10 News reporter Patricia Martellotti joins us live from the shelter. Patricia, how many people have come to the shelter so far?
Well, organizers with the American Red Cross have been here since late last night, sheltering more than 100 evacuees. Volunteers are providing them with meals as well as supplies, including healthcare items. Some families who spent the night here are with their pets. Fallon Phillips shared her experience at the shelter.
We watched stuff on my phone, and then they moved us into another classroom where they gave us cots to sleep in and blankets and made sure that we could be as comfortable as we could be.
Phillips says she hopes to go home by the end of the day. Organizers with the American Red Cross say they plan to keep their doors open for as long as they need it. Reporting live in Lynchburg, Patricia Martellotti, 10 News, working for you.
Because of the severe conditions, several roads throughout Southwest Virginia are currently closed. Factors such as downed power lines, flooding, and downed trees are the culprits. To find out if your area is impacted, head to our website, WSLS.com, to see the areas you need to avoid. There are lots of road closures in Campbell County because of all the rain. 10 News reporter Irisha Jones is live in Lynchburg in one of the hardest hit areas. Irisha, what can you tell us?
Well, Jessica, there was lots of flooding here at 37 West Apartments last night. Now, this area right here, I want to show you, it was completely filled with water up to the trees. And not only was this part completely filled with water, but I also want to show you some cars here in the parking lot were also underwater, including this car right here that got stuck in the parking lot and is unable to move at this time. Now, I want to show you some pictures that some viewers sent us. The apartment complex, again, was completely flooded, and many of the residents saw a lot of their cars underwater, and some of the water also went into the apartments of people living on the first floor. Some people are scrambling to call their insurance companies to figure out what they need to do to either get their cars repaired or removed from the property. There was also some damage reported also here to some of the structures at the apartment complex. Now, in other parts of Lynchburg, we ran across several road closures, including Jefferson Drive, which was closed to traffic, and also several power lines were down on Rainbow Forest Drive. Now, VDOT asked drivers to be aware that some traffic signals will be out because of the service, will be out for service due to those down power lines, and we're told that at least 427 structures are without power at this time. Of course, we will keep you updated on the power service and also the flooding here in the area of Lynchburg. Reporting in Lynchburg, Irisha Jones, 10 News, working for you.
120 homes are in the path of flooding if the dam should break. Disaster relief organizations and nonprofits across the area are preparing to help if the worst case scenario happens. 10 News reporter Rachel Lucas joins us live in studio with more on what's next. Rachel.
Well, it's really an information gathering process right now for many of those disaster relief teams. An anxious watch and wait to see what happens, but organizations I spoke to are already preparing supplies for the event of an emergency. God's Pit Crew, who's well known for stepping in and providing relief during natural disasters like the Appomattox tornado and most recently the deadly fires in Gatlinburg, they're already on standby. I spoke to the founder and president this morning, Randy Johnson, who told me that they are working together as much information as they can from city officials and residents living there about who could be affected and how many there are. He said they are prepared to bring needed supplies and volunteers and help in any way they can.
You know, this is very close to home and very heartbreaking for all of us to see the potential that this may have. And We just want to do whatever we can within our abilities to help.
Now, I also spoke to officials with Gleaning for the World out of Campbell County just before our newscast began. They are also preparing to help. Now, in these situations, those nonprofits will likely rely on the public as much as possible. I'll be monitoring their efforts throughout the day and keeping you updated online if and when your help is needed. In studio, I'm Rachel Lucas, 10 News, working for you.
We'll, of course, continue to monitor these conditions and recovery efforts all throughout the day. We want to remind you, you can follow the latest when we're not on air. Just visit our website, WSLS.com, or download our Storm Team 10 and 10 News mobile apps for updates. We're in the heart of summer travel season, which means millions of people are taking to the skies. The germiest spots on airplanes and airports that you'll want to watch out for. But first, here's a live look at downtown Roanoke from our Carilion Skycam. Storm Team 10 meteorologist Jonathan Kegas is back with another look at your forecast coming up.